Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Well, the UPS guy just stopped. Pretty sure our batteries are here since they arrived safely. The boxes look pretty good shape. Okay, this one looks fine. Got a nice pamphlet with it. Product information. Tells you how to set up your controllers, how to connect them in parallel and series, all the usual stuff. Really nice book. I didn't get the zooms this time because of the price. I planned on getting zooms again, but I didn't realize the price was going to go up that much. So the two of these were about $100 cheaper. I believe that they're the same. And this looks good shape. So, get them on the charger. Now before I do that, let's see what the voltages are. 13.15. 13.16. Okay, now I'll put them on the charger. Well, I got the new Chins batteries installed. Got everything wired up with one set of solar panels. The other set I gotta get the mount ready for. So we should be operational now. So I'm gonna go through my final install, I guess you'd say. So the battery shelf I made up out of an old steel shelf, and I cut it in two, and the second one's going to go down here for another set of batteries eventually. So that's what I wound up for a battery rack. And I've tried to keep all the cables as short as possible, and I've got a brass bus bar tying the two together, and I 3D printed a fuse holder, and I've got both sides fused, plus and minus, and I'm using 150 amp fuses. Of course the batteries are in series, 24 volts, and this is where the second battery is going to hook, and it'll have its own fuses. And then there's a plate here that ties all four of these terminals together. This one won't be used, but when I get the other batteries, this fuse will go up here into this I guess you'd call it a bus bar, and it'll tie the two batteries together at this point, and then it goes up to the shut-off switch. And over here, this is just a terminal block that I made to transition from this 4-gauge 3-wire coming from the solar panels, because this wire is pretty stiff and I needed something flexible to go into my solar disconnect panel. So I've got some nice flexible light duty welding cable. I guess that's what you'd call it. That's what it seems like, just smaller gauge so that I could work with it in the box. And being I had 3 wires, I put 2 solar panels on one, 2 solar panels on another one, and then I have a common negative, just because I figured I might as well use the wires. So we go from the fuse block up to a disconnect, and from the disconnect, of course, it goes into the inverter, and this is where the solar panel enters. And this is the breaker for the output of the inverter, which goes up to my transformer, which gives me a neutral. So I haven't turned it on with the new batteries hooked. I charged them up yesterday, so they're both up full. So we'll turn the switch. Okay, nothing happened because it's not on. I'm going to turn on the solar. And nothing happens there either. Now we'll turn on the power switch. Nothing happened there either. Why? That's strange. Okay, let me do some looking. This isn't good for a video now, is it? Okay, guess I didn't turn the power switch far enough on. So we're showing output 228 volts. The solar is blinking. Of course, the batteries were charged all the way up, and I don't have the thing programmed yet, so that's going to be my next thing. Okay, so it just come around to realize that the solar is available. Hopefully you guys can see that. If I'd hold still, it would help, wouldn't it? Let's see what's happening. So the PV's at 35 volts. I've got them in parallel. Okay, 7 watts. That's because the batteries are all the way up. So I'm going to switch over to from the utility to running the garage on the. Ooh, that woke right up now, didn't it? 300 and some watts from the solar. Okay, as soon as I switched over, the fans come on. Okay, so looking good so far. I am going to turn you guys off, and I'm going to get the software put into a laptop and see if I can get this thing programmed. Well, I got the disk put in the computer and got it set up here. You can watch me struggle through this stuff. I'm not good with this stuff. So I'm picking the Windows one because that's what I'm using. You'll see right away I'm not sure what to do, so always use this app to open RAR files. Oh great, right off the bat. I don't know, I'll uncheck that. Nope. Yeah, we'll click this and see what happens. I don't know. Round and round she goes. Story of my life. More choices. I don't know, are your moments that long? My moments always seem to be forever. Making sure it's me. Oh, great. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, finally got that disc unzipped and the watch power program loaded in, and you use administrator for the password to get into it, and I've got it plugged in the inverter, and it filled in all of these with basic information that it's getting from the inverter, I guess. I don't have any AC voltage in. It says the PV input voltage is 71.5, battery voltage is 26.9, 100% capacity, PV input current 0, battery discharge current 1 amp, output voltage 228, output frequency 60. And what? Nominal output frequency 60, nominal output current 13 amps, nominal output apparent power 3000 volt amps, active power 3000 watts. Okay, so let's move on to the next one up here. Okay, this is where we can make changes. So let's see, buzzer is enabled, backlight's enabled, overload auto reset. I think I'm going to enable that. And over temperature auto reset, I'll enable that too. Let's see, charger source priority. Oh, have I got to hit apply? Let's see. Yep. Setting successful. Okay. I bet you I gotta click that off, haven't I? Yep. And apply that. Okay. Charger source priority. Utility and solar. Solar first. I'm gonna go with solar only for now. Output source. Oh, I gotta apply that. Okay. Output source priority. Solar. battery type. Oh, we're going to leave that appliance. I'm going to go with user. For battery type, output frequency 60. Okay, bulk charging voltage. Okay, so why can't I go down here? Oh, there we go. Okay, bulk charging voltage. So from Chin's, I have a list of voltages that they want me to set it to here. So let's see how many of these parameters we can get right. Bulk charging voltage. Float charging voltage. Okay. Charging limit voltage. Well, I don't see anything for that. Float charging. Okay, we do have a float charging, 27.6. Oh, I see, we got arrows up and down. Okay, so 27.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. Okay, so we'll apply that. And okay, battery equalization. I'm going to disable that. Equalization time. Well, if it's disabled, it shouldn't do anything. Equalization period shouldn't do anything, so I'll go back over here. Beeps while primary source interrupt. We're going to leave the beeps going for a while till I get used to this. Overload bypass. Okay, that's disabled. LCD screen returns to default settings. Okay, I want to disable that because I'd rather have it on what I want. Uh-oh. Fan decided to come on. Apparently the solar's charging. I'm going to shut my solar off here. Hopefully that fan will shut down so you can hear me. Fault code record enabled. Yeah, we'll leave that, I guess. Oh yeah, I gotta apply this element. Okay, record fault code. Back to grid voltage. Well, we're not going to use that, but I probably should set this for something low. Maximum charging current 40. We'll leave that alone. Maximum AC charging, we're not going to be using that, so we won't change it. Back to discharge voltage. Back to discharge voltage. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Now I'm going to leave that alone for now. Battery cutoff. So that would be low voltage disconnect is 21.6 is what they recommend. So okay, so we will apply 21.6. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. Duh. Real-time active battery equalization. Cancel. Equalization voltage. Okay, we're not going to use any of that. So, do we have something more down here? No. Okay, so I guess we can close that. And this is recorded events, I guess. And are you going to log out? Are you sure? Well, at this point I'm going to say yes, because see what happens here. No, I'm going to click no. So I can't change any of these apparently. Okay. So we are going to log out. Okay, so at this point, until I get more familiar with it, that's what we're going to go with. See how it acts. Well, those aren't really lithium battery settings, but as close as I can get with this, because it wasn't really designed for lithium batteries. But my other solar panels are going to have a charge controller on it made for lithium batteries, so this one will take it so far, and then the other one will go ahead and finish up the correct charge for the battery. So at least that's what the plan is. So let me turn the solar back on, and we'll turn the breaker back on. Switch the garage from utility to the inverter. And turn the lights back on. I had to turn some of them off because they were glaring on the screen. Okay, I'm going to get you off the tripod. We'll take a look and see what we got going up here on the display now. Okay, so guess we're seeing the solar panels start to come around. We're up to 450 watts. Okay, and yesterday I was doing some experimenting with the oh boy, there we go. Two fans on now, one for the MPPT controller and one for the inverter. So battery's at 26.6. 60 cycles, 15% load. And the battery is not giving up any amps. I think that's what that means. So the solar panel's running everything. That would be utility. Okay. Solar panels at 56 volts. The battery's getting 0. And the solar panel's providing 513 watts. Okay, so get away from that fan where you can hear me. Yesterday I was experimenting with the solar panels. There's 4 260 watt panels on that mount, which is what's hooked into that, and I had them paralleled, and I was getting around 400 watts. So I reconfigured them so 2 of them are in series. So of the 4 panels I had 2 sets in series, and it brought it up to 700 watts by increasing the voltage. So that's the way I'm going to leave it configured. I'm thinking that, if I remember correctly, that this controller likes between 30 and 90 volts, I think it runs. So around 60 volts, 50 in the 50s and 60s seem to be where it performed the best. So okay, with that running, let's turn on some stuff and see how it acts. Okay, so I'm going to turn things on and leave them on, and I realize they're not under load, but they will be on. So here's a drill press. There's another drill press. Okay, so let's turn on this wire brush. Okay. Let's see. We got a belt sander here. Another little drill press here. Okay. And another drill press, little one. Okay. So while that stuff's running, let's see what we got here. Oh, 60% load. 1.77 kilowatts, I guess. No, 1.29 kilowatts. Batteries at 25.4. Battery is donating 36 amps now. Solar panels at 56 volts, 524 watts. So it's only about 10:30 in the morning, so the sun isn't real high yet. So I'm going to shut this stuff down. Those are all fractional horsepower motors. This is a 1 horse on my lathe. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, no problem. And let's see, what else do we have here? We got a chop saw here too. I think this is a 1 horse on this one. Yeah. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with the install so far. And we'll put her to work and see how she does. So I'm going to call this one a video. If you enjoyed her, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.